Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're calling in from. Thank you for joining us here today. We're excited to share with you some information about the Nexus Bill Reduction Program, and we've got Emily Pittman joining us here today to explain all the ins and outs, all the details of how this amazing program works. So with no further ado, Emily, I'm going to turn this call over to you, and thank you again for joining us and taking some time out of your schedule to be with us here today.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Thank you for joining on this day. I wore my pink and red to try to be festive. And I definitely heard a couple of you from the Houston and Texas area. I am here located in the Woodlands, so shout out to y'all. I saw someone even said Texas with a house, Haus, and I was like, where are you from? I've got family in New Braunfels, and so I love going out there and spending some time there. But anyways, I am going to try to share my screen, and I see that some of y'all are like driving and busy, so I just appreciate y'all tuning in, on this day, and hopefully y'all can take away some good pointers on how to save yourself some money. So let me try to share my screen real quick. So welcome everybody. I'm here to tell y'all about the Nexus Bill Reduction Program. If you haven't heard of it, it's something great and something free for y'all to use through your Nexus subscription and being a member of Nexus. And so we just encourage you to take advantage of it. So what everyone knows lately is that the bills that you're paying for every day, your typical, cable, phone, internet, electricity bills, all of those are continuing to rise month over month, year over year. And a lot of the time through just like hidden fees that are there. You're getting the same exact service, but like continually having to pay more. And adding all of those bills together, it is a burden on some of our families. It's just like our grocery bills are rising. Everything is just more expensive these days. And so, this program is set in place to help you get the same sort of service that you're already paying for, but help you to save money on those services and get it back into your pocket so that you can go use it for travel. You can pay back your Nexus, monthly or yearly the fee. So just, saving money and applying it to where it can help grow your wealth and your family. So what is the Nexus Bill Reduction Program? We're here to help you save on any of these products that you see here through cable, satellite, internet, electricity, community solar phones, water delivery, home security, pest control, insurance. If you're paying any of these bills, this program is here to help you. We've helped save over $24 million across the country of people with all these different things in savings, and we want you to be a part of it. So it's all about, like I said, ways to help you create and increase your cash flow for consumers and businesses, but we're focusing on consumers today by saving you money on your everyday bills. We negotiate lower rates for you so that you can invest and grow the money that you'd be saving. One thing that's really great with Nexus Bill Reduction, and the next slide will kind of show you through the process, is if maybe you do like calling in, but if you're like me, time is valuable. And I've got 4 kids and, a job and extracurricular activities after school, and spending an hour on the phone just to get through to like Comcast, just to maybe even be like put on hold or hung up on, or maybe I don't even understand the guy that I'm talking to. And then that frustrates me. It just gets me in a mood where I'm not necessarily a pleasant person after I hang up the phone, and I will bring that into my day and just kind of, not set the tone of my family on the right track for the rest of the day. So if there was a way to eliminate that call, but get the same savings, and I didn't have to do it, hey, why not? That's what this program is. We're here to take that burden, that stress, and that time of that frustrating call off of you and give you more time back in your day to go enjoy the things and be a happy person. So here's how it works. number one, all you're going to have to do in the process, like the number one thing that you have to do is just go find your bills. And if you receive them via paper bill, if you get it through email, if you can log on, really the only work that you have to do is go find your bills. So if you're taking notes right now, I want you to like maybe jot down a couple things that like you're thinking, if I could have a lower phone bill, you know, I would love to know what Nexus bill reduction can do for me. Or like in our household, I know that like we have had Comcast Xfinity that does our security, our internet, and our cable bill. And my husband was like, it's coming up again where they're about to increase us like that, you know, yearly or every 2 years, it'll just all of a sudden jump up. And if you're not aware of it, it can jump up by like $100 a month or something crazy. And that is just a lot of money. And we've been thinking, we're like, okay, you know, we like the simplicity of having this bundle deal, but it's almost getting to be unaffordable, like for our household when we consider everything else that we're paying for. So we're like, should we drop cable? And like, what is that going to do? Or, you know, what are some options, even though we really like it? So this program gives you the opportunity to like keep the comfort of some of your services, but just pay less on them. So what we ask is that you go get your bills and take a picture of them. You can either do it on your phone or you can like take a screenshot, and then you're going to upload them into our system. From there, it goes to let our expert negotiators go to work. So we'll get some information and we'll call on your behalf to the phone company or the pest control or SiriusXM or what have you, whatever that bill is, we'll call and wait on the phone, like talk to the person, and help negotiate lower rates for you. We're not changing the service of what you have. So if you like certain channels or you like this certain, you know, speed of internet or whatever it is, if they offer something to make it better, paying the same price, not getting anything, then that will be a conversation, you know, we would have, but we would not change your plan at all. And another interesting thing is that like our expert negotiators, they know how to talk to these people. You know, they've been calling, they know all the different ins and outs of like the words to say, what to ask. They know what kind of deals that they've been recently offering consumers. So if it's not enough, they can ask for more. You know, when that's their job, they know how to get the most savings out of it. You know, as us consumers coming in, you know, we can try our best to get the right savings, but it's never going to be enough. We'll go through the whole headache of the whole process, and then they'll still get more savings typically. So from there, you've got savings. You'll get an email and you'll know that, hey, they were able to save me, you know, $20 a month on this bill. What will happen is we'll split the savings. So, you know, if you save $20 a month on the savings, essentially 10 will go back to you, 10 will go back to the system. And then that way you didn't have to do the negotiating or the headache, but you still get the money back in your pocket. You can also choose to pay, you know, for the rest of your contract, and you can get a little bit of a discount on that to not have to pay it monthly. You get a little bit of a discount on that. But typically, you know, some people pay the monthly and just get the savings monthly. And then from there, we continue to manage your bills to ensure you're not overpaying. So like I said, with this upcoming yearly reoccurring contract that is about to come up with us, we know that, hey, we're not going to get that extra charge because Nexus Bill Reduction knows that your contract is coming up and they'll call and renegotiate the next year for you. So you're never going to be surprised by those bills when they come in and it went from like $200 to $300. That's not going to happen because we will make sure that we're calling, you know, and seeing that your contract is ending and renegotiate that for you. So we've had some rave reviews from Nexus Bill Reduction. Definitely want to hear from more about different things and updates that we have. I want to hear, like, I called in and, you know, I'm looking at Janet driving, and like, she's like, I called in and I saved, you know, $200 on my phone bill. And so that we can like, as a community, as a Nexus community, we can celebrate and see like, oh, that was a good idea to send in that bill. And it gives us ideas and sparks ideas. So as y'all like continue to get your savings, if you can share those with us, we would love to like celebrate you and let everybody know so that they can say, hey, it works. Okay, yes, I am going to go get that bill and I'm going to start saving that money today so that I can get that money back into my pocket. Let's see. So what else can Nexus bill reduction do? We've talked a lot about, you know, just like your typical household bills, like we said with the like cable, internet, phone, Sirius XM, you know, pest control. I just had the pest control people out last night or yesterday because in Texas, it's about to get warm again. And, you know, all those bugs want to come back inside and we don't want them. So, you know, it's just those are services that I'm not willing to give up. But if I can save money on them, it would take me a lot of time to call each one of those services. But all you have to do is just plug them all in and we'll take care of that for you. So the more bills that you upload, the more opportunity you have to save. So, but what else can bill reduction do? We can help you with electricity. So there's an autopilot program. If you're in a deregulated area where you have the power to choose your electricity, you know that there is a lot of, you know, different companies out there essentially selling the same electricity and trying to give you gimmicks and different things to have you choose them. That can get really confusing. And there's a lot of hidden print in there that, you know, based on the time of day, the money on your kilowatt hour can go up or down. And we're here to help take that burden off of you so that we can help you find the lowest possible rate. Because again, you're getting it all from the same, you know, provider based on where you are. We're CenterPoint here in the Houston area. But this is just a great opportunity to take that burden and that stress off of you so that you're not having to go and look at, you know, the electricity company and find those hidden things in your contract. We also have an insurance quote that we can give you. And if you're not using insurance quotes every like 6 months to a year and shopping around, you really are leaving some money on the table. You know, I feel like I've been with State Farm for quite some time and I'm driving very well now that I'm in my minivan driving my 4 kids around and I'm being a little safer than maybe I used to be driving. I sometimes can have a heavy foot, but I feel like even though I'm driving safe, I'm still getting like a higher, you know, rate every year. It's going up somehow. And I'm like, how? I haven't even used the insurance this year. How could you be charging me more? And so this is a chance for you to see like, okay, what is out there? And it's 3 free quotes. You don't have to do anything with them, but at least you can compare. And it's a great opportunity just to make sure you're saving money, because if you could save, you know, $500 on that, that's again, that kind of stuff adds up. $500 from your insurance, you know, $200 from your cable bundle, you've got your phone, and that's another $100. Like, what would you do with an extra $1,000 back in your pocket? That could be like a long weekend trip that you could use that money on, or you can pay down credit card debt, or you can do, you know, that extra camp that you wanted to do with your child in the summer. So really, like, it is worth it to look at where you can save money on all of these things that you're already paying for. And time is what keeps you from doing it. You know, that is like the number one thing that you continue to put it off. You continue to put it off. Well, guess what? You know, 3 months down the road and you're still paying that high amount because you didn't want to take the time to call and spend that hour. So all we're asking is that you collect those bills and you let us do the work for you. We also have community solar. So if you live in one of these states, you have the opportunity to use community solar. And this is a great opportunity for those that are in these states because it guarantees you 5 to 10% back on your electricity. And it's 100% free to take advantage of. It's essentially like a community solar plant, if you're not aware, and they have the solar farms, and you just get the electricity and it's kind of like a write-off on your bill. So we can help connect you to these community solar programs. So if you have it, when you know those become available, there's like a list and it's hard to get on. And so we can help you with that if you're in any of these areas. And we're constantly adding more. So if you don't see your state on here yet, you can always be on the lookout for when it is available in your state. So now I'm going to walk you through how to do it. So you've heard about it, you know what it is. Now let's do it. All right. Don't wait 3 months, 6 months when you think you have more time. You know, do it. If you get your bill, take a picture of it, upload it. So how you get there on your Nexus bill reduction, once you log in, you're going to see this tab right here, apps and products. So you'll click there. And then you'll scroll down to this Nexus bill reduction program right here. Click here, and it takes you to this page where you can click here to get started. This is where, from there, yeah, the site.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
So you'll log on, and it'll take you to this shopping cart. I am currently logged in as home, and I'm going to go ahead and put Colorado because I'm dreaming of a ski trip I can't afford right now with all my kids. For those of you who live in the snow, that is awesome. It's something we dream about, although I know it's probably a headache for you right now. But yes, so you can toggle between home or business. I'm not going over all the business stuff today, but if you do have a business, it's absolutely something that you should go check out. And something maybe I can touch on if y'all are interested in future about all the different products we have to offer there. But specifically for home, what you'll do, so already, I hope you've written down, you know, different or thought about different bills that you want to try to lower. So by this point, you will have had a screenshot or a picture of your bills so that you're ready to go once you log in here. From there, you'll say, okay, I wanted a cable bundle. I'm doing my phone, satellite radio. Hey, I'm interested in insurance, like all these things. And then you will go to proceed to checkout. Now here you're going to see that it's $0. And that's because, again, you don't pay until we save you money. So it doesn't cost anything for us to even try it. It's really like no risk for you to allow us to try to do the work, make the call. Because if we're not able to save you money, we'll just let you know, hey, we weren't able to save you money. You're already getting the best deal. High five on that. Yeah, you'll be good to go. But if you do get savings, that's when we'll split it 50-50. So proceed to checkout. You'll fill in all of your information here, and then you'll go down. So this is where the screenshots and everything will give a better look at or help you move along faster. So we've got Comcast Xfinity. Typically, there's some sort of keyword or security code that we would need to help be able to negotiate on your behalf. You would put that there, and then you would drag and drop your file here. You can say that you'll provide the bill copy later, and then you're going to get emails asking like, hey, just a reminder, upload your bills. But we all know we procrastinate, you know, like, you know, don't lie. We all know we procrastinate. We say we're going to do something and then we just never do it. So that's why if you can come to this site ready with your bills, you'll get it done and you won't have to add more time later doing it. We will remind you, but go ahead and do it and have your bills ready to go. Again, this is for your phone, whatever you have, a digit code, drag and drop, satellite radio, Sirius XM, drag and drop, insurance information. This is the one thing that you'll get a link after the shopping is finished on this site, you'll get a link to continue the process. And then you'll put in your credit card. And again, so this is where, you know, some people are like, wait, I thought you weren't charging anything. We're not. It's $0. It's just so that if we're able to save you money, that's where you'll split the savings with us. So here it says, I understand that I won't be charged anything today, but I'm responsible to pay 50% of the savings. And then you'll click checkout and go from there. So it's an easy, simple process. We just ask that once you get here, you have your bills ready to go. And then you sit back, relax, let us do the work for you. You continue on with your day, take care of your family, go back to work. You don't have the headache of having to call, and hopefully you'll get money back into your pocket so that you can use it however you please. So this just shows you that, yes, you can do it on both your computer or your phone, whatever you are more comfortable with. And then here's some contact information. If you have any other questions, post, you think, oh my goodness, not understanding, I need more help. Here's some information for you to contact us. But from here, I will turn it back to you and see if there are any questions. And I hope that explains it. And I hope that everyone's excited. So just let me know.
Great job, Emily. Yeah, I'm excited because you're saving me $800, $822 on my cable bill, and right at $500 on my cell phone bill. So I appreciate the service. It's great.
Yes.
And so I see we had a couple of questions here. A little bit of, you guys don't do anything with medical bills, do you? You don't
Not at this
renegotiate?
time. No,
Okay.
not at this time.
Okay. And the next question I see here in the chat room is someone's asking, so do we pay 50% of the savings for the year? It's actually 50% for the length of the contract, isn't it?
It is. It can be split up monthly, or if you choose to pay over the course of the year, like all at one lump sum, I think that you would only pay 40%. So you would keep 60% and pay 40. I believe that's the breakdown. Or you can do 50% a month. And that's
Right.
just for us taking that burden off of you, and you still getting the
Well,
savings.
yeah, I mean, it's a great idea. You guys, everyone has to make money. They're not going to work for free. And if you're able to cut my, I think it was $822. So it works out to be I think I'm saving like $50 a month. And so 25 goes to you, 25 goes to me. But I took the yearly option because I just saved even more money.
Right.
And now I get this is crazy. I get an internet bill, $28 a month in New York. $28 a month in New York for internet? Come on.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. So
yeah. And now you have like $300 back in your pocket
to
use for
yes.
what have you.
I see some questions in the chat. What about Sling or Hulu? I guess these are streaming services. Do you guys do anything with that?
Those are really like they're non-negotiable prices. Those are like more set for everybody. They're not changeable. So it's mainly for like your AT&T, Comcast, T-Mobile, like those sorts of companies. But Disney, that kind of stuff is non-negotiable.
Right. Okay, how about storage units that have a monthly expense to them? You do anything with storage units?
I haven't seen too many storage units come in, but it's worth a shot. If you have a number, that anything is worth a shot. And all you'll get told is, no, we weren't able to. But if you have the bill, upload it. There's a section that allows you to like upload any other bills, and that's where you can upload different things.
So,
yes, I did hear that someone was in the UK at the beginning when you were going through and announcing it. By the way, I just actually got to go to the UK for the first time this year, and it was amazing. Yeah. I went to a Burnley Man United soccer game. That was fun. Burnley because JJ Watt and Dude Perfect invest in it. So, we were into that. But not right now in the UK, although it is in the works. So as soon as we can get it to you, we will absolutely let you know. It's something we're working on. Sorry.
Is that the same thing with Canada as well? Are you guys looking into Canada? Or
yeah, we're looking into Canada. We haven't expanded past the United States quite yet. But
okay. And it's in all 50 states?
Yes, all 50 states, or
Okay.
I guess we have more than that, but yeah, I don't think it's, yeah, I don't think we expand past the 50 states. So,
Okay, so Walter has a question here. If it's a monthly bill, do you pay your 50% monthly portion monthly as well? Maybe just explain. I mean, our bill is going to get lowered, so we're going to be paying that. The new lowered bill, we're going to be paying directly to Optimum or Verizon or whoever. We're going to pay that. But then if we choose the monthly option, we're going to be sending the 50% to you. You'll bill our credit card monthly as well,
correct.
correct?
That's where the credit card comes into play. And that's why we take it when we do, because it just helps ensure that we do get paid for the service that we provided, because you're going to get the full amount back on the actual bill. So you'll see like the full, $50 back, that you're paying $50 less on your bill, and then we'll charge your credit card $25.
Right. I see James is asking if we can use this with non-Nexus consumers. James, this is a premium member benefit, so it's available for Nexus premium members. But the savings, I will tell you this, have enabled me to get signups because they're like, what? You save 500 on your Verizon, 800 on your, how are you doing that? I said, Nexus, get into Nexus and stuff. So it's crazy.
I know I've talked to Rob too, and he's like, it's just, it takes that relief and burden off of me, and I'm saving money. And so he's like, I do it, my wife does it, I do it, like we all do it for the different things. So yeah, definitely worth it.
How much was my original cable bill? I don't know, it was like $100 a month, 90 something dollars a month, something like that. When you find a new company, when you find a new company, do we get a final say before? Now, here's the thing, guys. These guys aren't going to go work for nothing, right? They're not going to come back to you. Want us this? You want us to do? We've been able to do this. If we're employing them to work, it's like having a contractor come and do something at your house. You got to pay them, right? So if they don't do anything, you don't have to pay them. But if they do something, i.e., negotiate your bills and get your lower bill rate, you do have to pay it. Okay, if you don't want to do it, that's okay. But if you're going to employ these guys, I think you should, because it's just going to put money in your pocket. But if you want to spend the hours and hours and hours and hours trying to renegotiate and get lower bills, fine, you can go do that. If you're going to employ these guys to do it, they have to get paid. Okay, and nobody's going to work for free, and I don't think we should expect them to. So it's only in the U.S. right now, as Emily said.
Yeah. And then I saw I think as Victor asked, are these savings available to individuals, or is it for homeowners or businesses? Yeah, it's definitely available for individuals. If you're renting, and you still have still paying for internet or cable, or you have a phone bill, this is for you. And then it is also, there are the same exact products that you can, if you are a business, or you have a business out of your home and you have different expenses, those are things that we can also help you with on business side of things as well.
So you're not changing us. Someone's asking, do we get to keep our same telephone number?
Right. Yes. We're not changing the service whatsoever. We're just calling to find you savings. So yes, nothing changes, just find you savings. And then, yes, thank you for answering Jamie's question. My bills are paperless. How do I do it? You can download it if you can log in. There should be a way for you to see your bill. It's the reason we want to see your bills is because we want to see what you're paying for already. We want to see your service so that we can look at, okay, this is what they have. We're not changing anything, but this is what we're historically seeing across the board on what they're willing to offer. And so that's, why
would a picture of the bill be good enough? If I snap a picture of the bill and send it to you rather than downloading it?
As long as it's, clear so that we can see it. And sometimes, if you rub the back of your phone, I don't know if you know that little trick, make sure the back of your phone lens is clear and there's no smudges. I know that My mom has a problem with that sometimes, so she's learned. But yes, that just helps it be a clear picture so that when our negotiators are looking at it, they're able to see it clearly.
The auto and home insurance, so how does that work? Because they have obviously different quotes that are coming. The bill reduction, I gotta go through with it once I put my card in, submit my bills. How does it work with the auto and home? Is that the same formula?
Not the same at all. Yeah. So you can just like look for free at the different prices. And if you're like, okay, I'm getting a good deal, I want to stick with my provider on that, totally fine. That's why it's not in the like it says on the shopping cart, you'll receive an email after to help you walk through the process because it is a different system. You are not required to go move forward on any of the insurance quotes that you get. Just, helps you see more of what's out there without having to go around and shop yourself.
Now, I also remember something about the heating and electric in different states, that's a different setup as well, right? If you're able, that we're not splitting half the bill or something with that, how
Right.
does that work?
That's more of a monthly fee. And so
It was low. I remember that. It was
it's
just like a
low,
couple
yeah.
bucks a month or something.
Yeah, it's a couple bucks. And that is based on state, and then if you're in a deregulated market or not. So unfortunately, I am, yes, in the Houston area, but I'm in this one little pocket that is not deregulated. So I don't have that option for me. But if you know that you are choosing your electricity from a wide range of different electricity providers or natural gas providers, that you can take advantage of it.
Okay. You don't want to change the company with the auto and home. You don't have to. You're going to get discounts with that. UK, unfortunately, as Emily said, we're not doing anything there yet. They're working on it. 5 different credit cards for each service. Right. I think what they're saying is, okay, can you bill this credit card for my phone discount and this credit card for my optimum 50-50 split or something?
I guess the only way that would be possible is if you did like one bill per transaction. But if you upload all of your bills at once, it would probably go to that same credit card. That is something that if you like wanted to call the customer service department and ask them, then maybe they could assign different credit cards for it. Or you just have to do it by each, individually. As far as I saw someone say on here, are there any downsides after negotiations if it didn't go through? No, absolutely not. So we either find you savings or not. If we don't find you savings, you keep your same, rate, and you just continue paying on your contract through whenever that is, up. And your credit card would not get billed from us because we were not able to find you any savings. Or, there are times where like in the process, maybe you didn't give us, all the information, or it wasn't a valid bill, or you'll be updated all along the process of kind of where, your bill is. And if they need any more information, that kind of thing. Are you going to be bombarded with calls from the insurance companies that are providing quotes? I don't believe so. I haven't heard of that happening. How long does it take until we see the discount? It should be applied on the next billing cycle. You do not have to switch to a different, you are not required at all to switch to a different auto, insurance company. You can absolutely keep what you have. Oh, I see that there's people helping to answer questions. Thank you. What if it is negotiated and I later cancel? So that's a good question, Nancy. If you are going to be canceling, just call and let us know, because sometimes we don't, we're not on your bill. So if you cancel that service or if you move, you'll just want to let us know, and we won't charge you, and we'll just cancel that out. And then we can help renegotiate the new one. And if you're like, oh crap, I forgot, they'll take, we'll make sure that once you stopped paying, you're not paying us as well. Is there a ballpark savings? So yeah, people are saving like $300, a year. That would be the average savings, that you can get back Can we raise our hands to ask questions instead? So,
Yeah,
are you
we can
seeing
do that if you want to, Nor, if you want to click the raise your hand, we can have you unmute if you like.
I'm sorry.
My question was about the contract. So when they send in an email and they say that they were able to save us on our bill, they give us an option. They say we can either, pay it monthly with the amount that they're going to take out, or we can pay it up front and save. But I haven't been charged yet. So I want to know, when do they start charging us for the negotiation that they did? But I do want them to negotiate next month as well. So I had
Right.
to choose where they're not going to negotiate.
That is a good question. I'm going to have to ask that directly to my customer service team just to make sure that I don't give any sort of false information. I know that sometimes they do offer like shorter stints, and from my understanding, we do renegotiate at the end of that, to say, hey, give us another, 5 months discount if they're not willing to offer a whole year.
Good thing. I think everybody should, while you're here right now, I mean, I know we have this phone number and email in the members area, but jot it down for your Nexus bill reduction. I mean, you can call these guys, get your questions answered, send them an email, clearly state things out. They're very responsive. I mean, it was Emily who reached out to us and some of the other people and said, you guys are picking up some volume. Can we do some sort of a presentation here? So I appreciate them being able to do that and offering some clarity to people. And so I've had nothing but rave reviews from their support team for this. So
yes, please call them. They're they're available in classic business hours, but and they're just they're very helpful, and they'll be able to answer some more of those technical questions on the contracts. Thank you for asking, though.
Yeah, I have one more question.
Sure.
So the part that it says auto something at the beginning, to click it, if you do want to use this service, it may ask us to extend our contract. I'm not going nowhere with T-Mobile because I've been with them for 7 years. But it was either I don't click it, or I do click it. So I clicked it because I didn't mind, that if they were able to save me, then it might have me extend my contract. So it's kind of like either you do or you don't use this service. So it's like I said, the wording is kind of confusing. So I noticed you didn't click on it when you were showing your share screen.
while you're looking for that, Emily, I'm going to ask our next speaker. And guys, I'm not sure if Emily's going to be able to drill down into individual accounts here and figure out the issue. So definitely, give them a buzz, send them an email. They will get back to you. With Chaplain Forrest, if you can unmute.
Yes, I just wanted to comment about T-Mobile. The first time they gave me a month discount. Now it's for 2 years. So, my bill's about $120, which is a great deal, for T-Mobile. Plus, I also got my Verizon knocked down for 2 years. They'll let you know if it's for 2 years. And it's a great deal. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, I guess it goes with the length of the contract. Like you had a renewal due in a month, so they can only do a little bit then, and then a new contract came up.
Yes, they wait for the time for the contract to renew, then they go full force. And they're on it like a dog on a bone.
That's great. Okay, someone wants a recording. Yeah, we're going to post the recording. Don't worry. We're going to get the recording up there. So everyone's saying thank you, Emily, for joining us here today. On Valentine's Day, too. You shared part of your day with us. We're really excited and reminded us all to go put some red on before the wife gets home. So, thank you again for joining us, Emily.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.